Hey guys, it's Derek and Andrew from the Nature Boys.
Hi.
Today I just want to talk about a few things of survival tools that you might want to use and bring along with you that'll greatly help out. Um,
Yeah, I'm
mm,
gonna be talking about what I keep in my pack.
yeah, one of the things is definitely a pack. Unfortunately, I did not bring mine, but at least he has his to actually show you guys
What we
one of the
have.
different packs would be.
We've already talked about materials for survival in our second podcast.
Yeah.
This is just really going over what I have in my pack.
Yeah, and
for,
actually,
like,
and
more of a visual example of what you might want to carry with you.
yeah, along with we'll also be hitting on a lot of these things and actually using them hands on to the best of our abilities.
Mm-hmm.
One of the first things I want to show is my trap right here. This is actually a small game trap. As you can see, it's already been set. These things are very powerful. They can break bone and stuff like that. That's only part of it. I'll set that down easily. The other part is
Spike.
the spike. As you can see, it's hooked up to a chain. If you can see that, this actually fastens the trap to the ground, so that way, whenever anything gets trapped in it, they actually cannot run off, or if they shake it loose, they won't get very far. Only because they have this around their ankle and it's actually causing them pain, in which that'll give us time to actually get there if they don't die first and kill them. So that way we'll actually have food and anything like that we can actually use. Um, that way it'll out our hunting experience a little bit more, so that way we don't have to worry about actually going out and finding something. Just gotta make sure we know where it is and just check on it from time to time. Make sure it's working properly and see what we have. Um, some of the other things we have are right here.
You start with the
Right here is our
fire making bowl.
fire utensils.
And with the little dish thing for that.
And our hand protector that I actually handmade. If you actually seen our previous videos, I made this from the bottom of a beer can. That'll help protect your hand from getting tore up by the stick. This is what you call the bow method. So that way you don't have to worry about doing this and getting your stick stuck in your hand. That way everything is a little bit smoother.
And just right there.
Yep.
Basic lighter.
Yep.
Nothing fancy about that. This is an old tissue box full of just scrap wood and some old receipts.
Yep.
Just for
and this
basic little fire to start.
Yep. Even with this hole right here, I'll show this from this angle. This hole right here would actually work perfectly. So that way you'll know, everything's going to be right there. You don't have to worry about pressing down too hard. All you got to do is just keep your knee on this part of the wood. Insert the stick here. So that way everything is still spot on. That way all you got to do is just spin it. Make sure there's embers. And as you can see, I'll show right there, there's a groove right inside here. So that way you still get the air to actually flow through it. And you still get the heat and all that stuff towards the fire that you would need to make.
Like, this is just a little basic first aid kit that I have in my pack in a plastic bag until I can get something better. It's got waterproof tape, some allergy medication, antibiotic cream, bless you dog, soap, Q-tips, Band-Aids, case you get hurt. It's not a full pack first aid kit, but it's better than having nothing. And little pill bottle here. It's got more Q-tips in there, some bandages and matches and some little candles. And the way it's stuffed with the cotton ball there and the seal top, it's actually waterproof. So if you don't want anything to get
Probably slide that over
wet,
that way, so that way I don't trip it
yeah.
and get hurt. Like he
Cut.
almost did.
No, I just caught my
that
sleeve in a little hole.
would have been bad
Don't
if
worry
you
about
did.
that. Yeah, this is completely waterproof for what's inside there. Just use an old aspirin or pill bottle like this one, which had like ibuprofen in it, not like prescription medicine one, because
Those will actually look bad on you. And
those will look bad. This one's just a blank bottle. You can write like matches or whatever on there.
yeah. Talking about medical kits. Here's mine. It looks a little more official. As you can see, it's padded, which would be good. It's not waterproof. Not that I know of, but it does float very well because it's very light. It's double zippered. I do have. It is a full med kit. I do have tweezers, scissors, a tongue depressant, so that way see what's wrong. I do have band-aids. I do have gauze strips,
Yeah,
so that way if you got anything like any major cuts or anything like that. I do have small band-aids.
Just all
I do
sized
have-
band-aids.
Difen, which are allergy meds. If you can see that. That way, if anything happens, all you gotta do is just open one up, get a drink of water. You should be good.
The ones I have dissolve in water, which are really nice because they'll like dissolve on your tongue when you
Yeah.
take them.
I also have insect sting relief, just in case you get stung by mosquitoes or bees or anything like that. That'll help out greatly. I do have
Everything.
antibiotic ointment, just so that way you don't get infections or anything like that before putting on a band-aid.
I got the tube.
Yep, the tube. Both options are available and they do work.
I don't think you got one of these, but I got a Flowing Vapors Roma pad thing in here. It's flammable, so that would help if you need to light a fire, but
Mhm.
yeah. It's just some like vapors thing to help open up your sinuses and stuff.
I also do have poison ivy cream right here. There's a box that it came in. This stuff also does come in little packets. 8-hour relief, which can either help you sleep during the night or if you need it during the day, just help concentrate. This is also very good, very useful. Of course, I do have more band-aids. Can never run short on them. I also do have quick clean napkins or wipes. They are alcohol, so that way just clean them out, clean out your wounds, stuff like that. And also, I do have some medical gloves. They're sterile. That way, if anything happens, you just pull those out, throw one on, and make sure you don't get what the other person has and end up putting both your lives in jeopardy. Of course, more gauze pads, so that way you're not running short on them.
Just little bars of soap that I've made sure to crush up a little. Because even if they are, you know, pretty small, I crushed them again, so then you can, if you only have like a small wound, you can take the small bit and use that to wash it off instead of wasting the whole thing.
Right.
And sometimes the little tubes of stuff like the antibiotic ointment and creams and stuff are better because you only have to use one instead of having to. You carry a lot more, but
They're well worth it. That way
it's well worth it because it's just one use. You have the right amount to use for it and you're done. Unlike the tube where you gotta like measure it out.
Yep.
Next is ropes, pretty much. Like I have some yellow
I got
string,
some yellow string and bandanas and
shoelaces wrapped in some rope. Lots of shoelaces. This like I want to say army type belt, but
yeah, this
it's
is what's
just
known as a pressure belt.
like a loop belt.
Only because of how it is. It actually helps fit better and pulls tighter. A lot of people say use belts to help cut off your circulation. They do work only temporarily, but I would not prefer using them only as a last resort.
Yeah, this is mainly for like holding things. In my case.
Holding it together or anything
Just-
like that.
Just like another type of the rope. Like these bandanas won't really hold much, but they'll protect you from the sun.
Yep.
Yeah, it's nice little designs on them. You can tell that I've worn the green one more than the purple one. But, you know, you can use it to cover your face in case the area you're in is really dusty, or, you know, wrap it around your head to keep the moisture out of your eyes and keep the sun off your head. Or you can wear a hat.
Yep. These also work, especially if it's like the wet season in some climates.
And the really sunny season, too.
Yep. I also have a different hat.
I've seen it. It's like a...
Where it comes out a little more. That way it gives you a better protection, especially in the sun.
This is just like a ski hat. A little ski ball on it.
Yeah,
Just
the rope
keep you warm.
would be, you know, some of the rope and stuff would be good for, like if you gotta put something up or tie something together or make sure everything's where it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the
even if
other,
it's like shoelaces, it's better to have something small than
yeah, in just in
not
case,
have any.
especially if like your rope breaks on your bow making fire utensils, you can also have backup for that too.
You know, this will be the yellow one's nice for visibility too. We got blades.
Yep.
I had a bunch in my pack, mainly because I have a couple different types, and
I
pretty
actually make it a
dangerous.
habit to carry one with me just in case anything happens. This is actually a utility knife. It's very sharp. You can actually change the blade. It's also very heavy. I do have a part where you can actually tie like string to or something, just in case it falls out of my pocket or my clip breaks. It can still be attached to me, or if I need to, I can actually throw it, and that way it'll knock something out or stun it.
this is the one I usually carry on me. It's got the little
serrated
teeth there. It's got a little hole up at the top of the handle there to wrap rope through. Then those other 3 holes there, I don't know, decoration mostly. Then got this bigger one in case you got to cut through something thicker like a vine, or even if you want to just cut rope in one swing with sharp things like a little handheld machete,
Yeah, it's like a mini.
like a
Um,
really tiny one.
but it'll
It's
also
nice to
help if
use.
you need to like get something and quickly um, stab at
Stab
it,
it
so that
and-
way it'll ward it off or possibly kill it if we need to.
I think I'd mostly use this one for cooking, like cutting bones out or legs and limbs off the food. And I had a couple different box cutters. Same thing, but one's
Yeah.
got the stop at the end there, and one's got a little ball right where my finger is, where it stops. You can take the
Blades out.
blades out.
Those will actually be helpful for if we need to skin anything. Make sure it's very fine cut and smooth and stuff like that. Make sure we get all the tendons off and whatever we need.
This one's a little easier to take out. The other
Yeah.
one's older, so the blade's kind of stuck in. Gotta be careful with these two.
Yes, they are also very sharp. About as sharp, if not sharper, than my utility knife at times.
These are just two little, Swiss Army knives with all the different things, like the scissors and the bottle openers and the knives and the little saws and the whatever else at the back there. I just have two because one's older, one's newer. And if you lose one, you still have another.
Mm. And those would be good in case you get into like any situation where you need to quickly get something and get out of it or whatever, and that way you just pull that out and you got whatever you need really, and be able to either fix it or take it out and clear it up.
This is my little multi-tool. It's got some, pliers there. And other things you'd find in a regular pocket knife, but in a little larger size and
Yeah.
with the pliers, in case you need that for bending metal or whatever.
Or fishing hooks or anything like that. What's next? We got the
Just a couple books.
couple of
to carry
survival books.
on. Boy Scout manual. Some of it's, useful for telling you like how to read a map, or how to start a fire, or build a shelter, or cook something.
It also
Just
helps
little
with a little bit in
simple tips.
scouting skills and how to treat wounds
wounds
and
and-
stuff like that. What proper equipment to use and trail headings and stuff like that to show actually which way to go and how to read trails and stuff like that.
It also has citizenship and stuff like that. Just common courtesy stuff. And the other book that I have in there is just a book on herbs.
Yeah, it shows you what the plants look like and what they are, what they do, the uses for them, how to get what you need out of them, and stuff like that. Very
all
useful
different
for
times.
if somebody's sick or you just basically need an immune boost or anything like that.
Or if you just or if you just need some quick nutrition, you can look through here and
Yeah, it'll also give you
find something that you can like chew on to get nutrition from it. He even has some recipes in the back, and then everything else, just miscellaneous stuff.
Yeah, some minor things that a lot of
You
people
might
take for
want.
granted.
Like some sunglasses.
Sunglasses.
These are nice and they fold like all the way down like that. Easier to carry in like your pocket there. Compact is good, so you can carry more stuff,
And less
and
room.
it's and less room, and it's lighter, so you're not having a hassle with all that. I got a
Tire
tire
gauge.
gauge in here too, because I mostly would I'd probably be on my bike, so in case I need to check my tire pressure quickly, I can just pop this on the tire and there you go. Or if we were like in one of the go-karts and we just needed to check it real quick before
We leave
we
and make sure
leave
we
and
actually have the proper air pressure in our tires. Make sure we don't have to
stop if
stop
emergency
anywhere or
happens.
have any breakdowns on an important thing we're doing or anything like that.
It's a nice little pen size too, so like I said with the sunglasses, compact and easy to carry, less weight, more room. It's got a little clip there too, if you want to clip it to your shirt pocket or your pants pocket. Also have some zip ties for whatever use you want to use, whether it's for a snare trap or to help hold it. You know, you have the snare trap and then you secure it up to a tree branch or whatever. There's a bunch of different uses for these. So it'd be a pretty good idea to have them, don't you think?
Yeah, it will definitely make it a lot easier. So that way, you'd actually get everything out of your way if you need to, and make sure everything's cleaned up and all that stuff.
Make sure things are attached to where they're supposed to be.
Yep.
But I'd suggest if you have a bunch, put a rubber band or piece of string around them to keep them together so they don't just go all over the place.
Or even use a zip tie for
Or even zip ties.
them.
Just leaving enough room
The
so
iron.
you can pull one out or two out so you can use them when needed.
Yep.
A toothbrush. I use this one for cleaning things, not actually brushing my teeth.
Yeah, I was gonna say proper hygiene.
Well, I have other
Yeah, we do have other toothbrushes, but
toothbrushes.
sometimes they do come in handy for like small projects,
cleaning things.
which help out a great deal in certain situations.
And it also has that little plastic like magnifying thing in the middle that you could maybe use to start a fire with the sunlight going through and concentrating it. But I just use this one for cleaning things other than my teeth. Like you might use an electric toothbrush or something for that, but you're not gonna have those luxuries out in the woods.
Yeah.
So just have a manual one.
So
I
yeah,
got plenty of these too. So
yeah. The fewer electronics you have, the better off it is. That way you don't have to worry about anything dying, and that way you can actually do more hands-on, along with survival techniques.
I'm gonna blur out the brand, but it doesn't
And
matter.
of course,
It's
toothpaste.
just toothpaste, yeah. I haven't actually opened this one yet, because like I said, I've got plenty of toothbrushes and plenty of toothpaste to use. So you just got the tube if you want to just put the tube in your bag. I have the box because I haven't really used this one yet. It's got a bunch of different uses besides, cleaning your teeth.
Yeah.
You can clean other things too.
And one of the major things, I'll let him finish up with that. He's got a little box of floss.
That's just, it's another little, wire, rope type thing.
Yeah, that way you can actually use that for
clean
like
your
small
teeth.
game or cleaning your teeth with or anything like that.
Or if you need just something quick to tie something down,
Yeah.
you rip it, you cut it there, a nice little
Yeah,
thing.
small uses for it.
Last two things a phone,
Yep.
or even like a walkie-talkie.
Yeah,
You have
those are
those.
one of the few things that you would actually want to have, so that way you can keep in contact if you have, brought somebody else with you. That way, you can always get a hold of them in case of emergencies or anything like that. Or if you got, if you get lost yourself, you have that so that way you can coordinate and see if you can find each other. Another thing would be your ID, your
Your
wallet.
wallet and some money.
So that way, if you
I just got some change here.
that way if anything happens to you,
People can figure out
yeah,
who you
people,
are.
yeah, they know who you are and stuff like that. Who to look for if you lost it. Another major thing is actually making a list of things that you would need to bring with you. Which I also bought a couple of notepads. You can get them anywhere, notebooks, notepads, whatever. Anything to actually write a list down on, so that way you know what to bring, what to grab, and make sure you check them off as you go along to make sure you actually have what you need and what you plan on bringing. So that way you don't get out there and be like, oh no, I forgot, this thing or that thing.
You can keep it like in your wallet here,
Yep.
or in one of the little card holders, or in my case, in the little middle pockets. Make sure you have the list with you so you can go through and read what you have with you. And if you run out of something, you can jot it down to make sure that you can, restock. Maybe even some pencils. Double
Right.
use of like
Yep.
writing stuff down and firewood. That's
Yep.
what I have them for the double use part. I also have a smaller one that's an old camera pack, but that mainly is just holding change.
Right.
But I carry that with me too, just in case. I'm just going down to the river quick to grab some water and go fishing for the day. Instead of carrying the
Your survival
big
pack.
pack with me, I can carry the little one just over my shoulder and have everything I need there.
Yeah, with those, you're good to actually have one spot.
Mm-hmm.
That way you can actually, build your basic shelter. So that way you can actually leave some of that there and just take what you need on short jaunts or walks or whatever. That way you don't have to carry all your stuff with you and waste more energy than you would need. That's it for some of the things that we do have for our survival gear. We do have. This is only a small portion of it. We will be going through some more stuff along the way. Some of the other tools and skills that we do have that we'll actually bring out and show you guys, and we actually have in some past videos.
Like we explained, materials for survival.
Yep.
I'm just gonna go through this real quick. Oh, it's got, multiple pockets. It's got a smaller one up here, which you can keep, your lighter, sunglasses, little things that you can get out quickly. Maybe a blade, or matches, or whatever. Just little things you need to get out quick. Use these side pockets for other things, and carry whatever, maybe on the back with the little loops.
Yeah, like your traps or anything like that. Snare
Water
traps.
bottles on the sides too.
Yep.
It even has, one big middle pocket for your bigger items.
Yeah, like if you gotta put food in there or something like frying pans or anything to cook with, really.
mainly all my stuff goes in one of the front pockets and in the sides, so that everything's organized in one place, so you know where it is, so you can grab it quickly and keep working. I think that's about it. I'm just packing this back up.
Yep. While he's finished packing up, that's what we're gonna show you for today for some of our survival tools and what we normally carry. But be sure to actually make a list of what you would need before going out on a hike, and make sure you have everything that you would absolutely need. Be sure not to overpack, because that will hinder you a little bit.
And don't underpack either.
And don't underpack, because that will do the same thing. It'll actually shorten your trip a little more than what you would expect it to be. Other than that, stay tuned. Up next, we'll be doing...
I don't know. What do you think we'll be doing? We don't really know yet.
I'm actually thinking about hitting on the snare traps and how, like, the different types and stuff like that. So stay tuned. We'll be hitting on traps and how to make them. So hope you guys stay tuned and watch for our next episode.